It is a fight for Arkansas's U.S. Senate seat.
Just hours left for Lieutenant Governor Bill Halter and U.S. Senator Blanche Lincoln to campaign before tomorrow's runoff election.
And Senator Lincoln is with us in our studios. Thank you for joining us again.
Thank you.
How do you feel about going into tomorrow's runoff? Are you confident of a win?
Yes, I feel very good about it. We have worked hard. There is no doubt. We knew it was going to be a tough campaign. We prepared ourselves with a good campaign operation. We won the primary. We just didn't win 50%. And we knew we could win the runoff if we just got voters out. And we've been out traveling across the state. It's been wonderful. We've been out in the heat and in the rain and everything else, working hard to make sure that we get the voters out, get our voters out. And it's been good. We've had a wonderful reception, good crowds in the heat, which is hard to do.
It's interesting. Did you expect a runoff? Lieutenant Halter and his camp are saying it's a win for them. Your camp saying it's a win for you. This is a couple more weeks of a fight here.
Well, you know, there's no doubt that you have to be careful about making expectations in campaigns. One of the things I knew in 1992 when I first ran, and people told me I didn't have a prayer of a chance then, you know, I told him, I said, you know, I don't assume to win, because if you assume that you're going to win, you won't work hard. But you have to know that you can. And you have to know and believe in the people that you're working with and what it is that you want to accomplish. And I know that in my heart. I've worked hard for Arkansas and want to keep working hard for Arkansas. And I know that I can win, and I feel good about what's going to happen in this primary runoff.
Some new ads recently came out. You're being connected to the big oil companies, criticized for accepting millions in campaign contributions. How do you answer that?
Well, I think it's crazy. I don't know how in the world I could be held responsible for what's happened in the Gulf. I'm just as shocked and concerned as everybody else. Concerned not only in what has happened, but more importantly, what our response has been, and what are we going to do about it. I agree with the president. There needs to be a moratorium on any new drilling in the Gulf until we know what has happened and how we're going to prevent it from happening again. I'm just as supportive of wind energy and solar energy and all the other energies that are out there, particularly supportive of those newer energies to lessen our dependence both on foreign oil and oil in general. But I can't figure out where they came up with that.
Well, speaking of the president, I got a voicemail on my home machine from him campaigning for you. Joe Biden sending emails. Former President Bill Clinton is stumping for you. Do you think this is helping you or hurting?
No, I think it's helpful. I do. I think, you know, having President Bill Clinton, former President Bill Clinton down here in Arkansas, we got him in a good hot gymnasium, and I'm telling you, he was a flashback into the past. He was excited and fired up. He knows exactly where he went with his administration and knows that there's an opportunity to go back and put our economy back on track, get us out of deficit. We did it once, we can do it again. And I helped him back then in '92. Helped him to balance the budget, helped him to work towards so many good programs, job creation, and putting our economy back on track then. And I know I can make it happen now again.
Well, major unions in the U.S. want you out. Do you think Arkansans realize this? What's your reaction to this?
Well, I sure hope they do, for crying out loud. I mean, all of these ads. The D.C. unions have spent $10 million in the last 12 to 14 weeks. In Arkansas with just negative advertising against me. And hopefully the people of Arkansas have seen that they just are mad at me because I don't vote with them 100% of the time. Well, that's not my job. My job is to vote for Arkansans 100% of the time, and that's what I work hard to do. So when special interest groups come out like that in such a negative way, you know, I think it should show to the people of Arkansas that my vote is not for sale, and I hope theirs won't be for sale either.
All right, U.S. Senator Blanche Lincoln, we sure appreciate you coming on our show.
Thank you, ladies.
Thanks so much.